You want to know how I got my family support to become a YouTuber? So I was always just a normal kid, and I got into trouble, and my parents would, especially my dad, he always hated me playing video games. He always would put like bans on it, and we had a PS2 when we were growing up, and eventually we started to play on like the laptops, and he was always aggressively against that. And I always hated him for it. I couldn't understand it. That was my escape from reality, especially with the South Asian kind of household, but even for a lot of other guys, it's if you don't have a desirable life, you've got family arguments, you've got problems in high school with friends and everything. The virtual world was a place where I was a dragon slayer, and in the real world, I was just a traumatized kid who'd get beat every week or something and get shouted at by teachers and have a couple of friends who used to pretty much bully me. So you can see why I'd choose to jump into the virtual world instead. And so my parents had only ever seen that side to me. They'd only, their belief of who I was formed as like this guy, this kid who just sits in his room and he just wastes time playing video games instead of studying. That's how they view us. And they don't really acknowledge how fast you can change. And so they only saw me like that. They saw me as like, this kid who wastes time and everything. And then, everything happened. I went to university. I didn't come back for years. Eventually I moved back, and I had been away for years. I moved back right after university, and to then put up with them when suddenly I had lived with like a girlfriend, I had lived with friends and stuff, and you live with people that you like and everything, and suddenly I come back and there's arguing, there's shouting, there's fighting, there's threats, and I'm sad, like I swore at my dad's face and everything because it was this heated moment. And then I literally took one bag, went back to my student city, and then just stayed there for another year. On the way there, I went onto WhatsApp and blocked everyone, went onto the phone contacts, blocked everyone, literally zero contact for an entire year. Eventually, we started speaking again after like COVID and everything. And after a bunch of things happened, I decided to come back. They had seen me for all of their lives as this video gamer. I came back, and in the first 2 weeks, I set some things straight. I wasn't going to be treated like this kid who just wastes time anymore, because I was a man now. I was a man with a purpose and a mission and values that I knew were right for me. My dad's a taxi driver, so he wakes up really early, and he's just used to waking up empty, like silent house. He's making some tea or something to go. And suddenly on the first, or the after the first day that I had been back home, he wakes up at 5 a.m. or something, 5:30, as usual. The house is silent, everyone's sleeping. He walks into the kitchen, and I'm there filling up my water bottle. Oh, you couldn't you sleep? No, I'm going for a run right now. And he just looks at me strange. I'm going for a run, and it's pitch black outside, or it's dark. You're going for a run right now? Yeah, see you later. He just sees me leave the house. It's like they've never seen me do that before. I come back. I'm not eating the junk food. My mum, she's always protected me and everything. I'm going for a run. And she looks at me with, it's raining right now. Yeah, I've been waiting for it to rain. She looks at me as if I was crazy. I literally said to her, I've been waiting for it to rain. That's when I'm going on a run. Just like that, respect, up, higher. And then they start to see there's no games on my computer. They walk in, and I'm working, and I'm working, and I'm working, and I'm working. Suddenly, like, they look outside the window, I'm skipping and doing push-ups and shit in the rain like some crazy David Goggins madman. Respect keeps going higher and higher and higher. Eventually, when they do ask me, like, what is it that I'm kind of doing? What am I working on? I say to them, like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. Expecting them to criticize that, expecting them, because literally a month ago they would have just thought that's just stupid. Get this job that you can. It's this job's nice and safe, a receptionist, customer service shit, like literally minimum wage. They literally would have preferred me to do that. I say to them, I look in my parents' eyes, like with confidence, I'm gonna be a YouTuber, and I had their unwavering support from that moment, because I showed them that I wasn't messing around. Just before this moment, I had been looking into a lot more like red pill stuff, and I understood this concept called frame. Frame it's kind of like your belief of things, how certain you are that this is the frame of reality, how certain you are that this thing is true. I find that parents who don't support you in your dreams, it's because you have weak frame. So, in the dating sense, we say that women will test you. And so women test our frame to see, okay, we are this guy that we say we are. And I've realized that pretty much everyone actually tests your frame. Everyone is sizing you up, especially your parents, especially your mother.